Hey, Fallout lovers, this is Scott, aka The Intruder, bringing you some Fallout 4 action. Today, I'm going to bring you some tips and tricks, including a few cheats. And of course, the cheats are for PC users only. So, unfortunately, you can't use it on Xbox One or PS4. Um, but I'm just going to bring you a few tips and tricks about the game that I've learned over the past couple weeks. So that we can, so you can, when you're out there and about roaming the Commonwealth, you can do some, play the game a little bit better, have a little bit more fun, things like that. Um, first off, first off, I want to tell you, traders is a really good way to get rid of offload of your excess junk that you really don't want. So you just go and you barter with the trader. You know, you can look at, of course, the things that they have, and they have quite a bit of stuff. There's different traders that sell different things. Like Solomon in Diamond City here, he sells mostly chems. You know, things like Buff Out, Jet, Med-X, Mentat, Psycho, things like that. But if you have a lot of different things that you don't want in your inventory, you can bring it to him and sell the stuff to him, and he'll give you caps. It's not really worth it's not really worth the actual value of the item, but you can offload it and pick up a few spare caps or do some trading, get some stim packs, things like that. And but just be careful if you sell something to him and complete that or confirm the trade. If you want to buy it back from him, it of course will cost you. It'll cost you way more than what you sold it for. So just be careful about that. Another thing that's useful, very useful in the game, is V.A.T.S. V.A.T.S will let you target an enemy from far away, or it'll even just reveal an enemy's location. So if you got an enemy you're not sure where he is, you can hit your V.A.T.S key, and it'll zoom in on him, and then when you zoom out, it'll highlight where they're at. So that way you can find them and do a little bit better. What I like doing is I've built my character up for sneaking, and I like getting near enemies, not too close, and then zooming in on them, finding out their location, and then of course bringing out the sniper rifle and boom, picking them off. So another thing, as far as sniper rifles are concerned, they're pretty cool. You'll get a lot better accuracy if you crouch down first. So hit the crouch button. Crouch down first, but then you can hold down. You can hold your breath, so it'll let you down. It tells you down there at the bottom of the screen that you can hold your breath, and then your breath will be held as long as you still have AP left. So you can hold your breath, target somebody, target their heads. If you look right here, you can see that my crosshairs, are staying pretty straight. But if I let go of if I let go of the holding breath button, the crosshairs start to weave, and it's not that apparent with someone who's close up, but someone who's farther away. If I try and hold this on this guy's head right here, it's moving around. And of course, I have a perk that helps with that. There's also a perk in the perk chart, and that's this perk right here. The sniper perk, the first rank. The first rank is you have improved control, and you can hold your breath longer when you're aiming. There's also have a good chance of knocking down your target with the second one. And the third one is you gain 25% accuracy in headshots. And because if you haven't noticed, headshots aren't that great of accuracy from far away. If you look, 95% on his torso, 70% on his head. So I have 70% chance of hitting his head, whereas I have almost a 100% chance of hitting his torso. So that will help right there. That'll give you 25% greater accuracy. So that'll help in situations where you're like this, and you're a lot farther away. I only have a 50-50 chance of hitting his head right here, but I have a lot greater chance of hitting his torso. And you can do a lot more damage to their head when you hit him in the head. So, yeah, so that's sneaking. And speaking of the perk chart, if you go in here, you can, when you level up, you can there's tons of perks. And if you didn't already know, when you set your special stats, that's how many ranks you'll go down to. Like for instance, I have 8 ranks in both agility and perception, so I can come all the way down here and get the quick hands perk. So each time you level up, you get a rank, or you can choose one per level, and so you can choose any of these perks, or you can choose one of your special stats. So if you see a perk down here at the bottom, say like, oh, Gun Fu, I do 25% more damage to my second target. Well, that's great, but I can't get it right now. I have to wait a couple levels. But I could go and put a perk rank in my endurance, and the next time do another one, and then I'll have 10 endurance, and then my next rank I get after that, I can go ahead and get my perk that I want. So there are multiple ranks per perk, with a few exceptions, like for instance the VANS, V.A.T.S, which is just a navigation system, which is pretty cool. So if I go over here to this right here, this quest, I hold down I hold down the button and I get this green path. And the green path is just the shortest path to my next quest item in the quest that I have selected. So so that's a pretty nifty little feature. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about was I don't know if you noticed, my UI color is blue. I just happen to like the blue. That's just something I've always done. Well, if you go to your save menu and go down here to settings, you can go down to display, drop all the way down to your Pip-Boy color and your heads-up display color, or HUD. You can change the color of it. So I can go here and add a bunch of red to it, or I can go to my heads-up display and add a bunch of red to that, and see it changes the color of my heads-up display. So I happen to like a blue color, so it's just my personal preference. So you can set it to the color. You just have to decide what color you want, and then add that appropriate. Of course, it's not just like preset where it's this one's red, this one's green. You can do all sorts of different hues of different colors of. You just use just the primary colors of red, blue, and green. So that's a pretty nifty little thing. Okay, so there's quite a few things that you can do in this huge world. You can start up conversations with people. You can, like I said earlier, you can barter. You can, there's a lot of things that you can affect in this game. So one of the fun things that I personally like in this game is the combat. So the combat's pretty fun. And so basically I'm just going to go pick a fight real quick, because I'm going to show you a few things that I've learned about the combat. One thing about this loading screen, the only reason why I'm keeping it in this video, is because they always have little tips and tricks down in the bottom left-hand corner. Not everything is very handy. Some are just gee whiz factors, some are just stupid. But it tells you about weapons. Like here, pistols are generally small and require one hand. But anyways, just pay attention to those because they can be pretty cool. One thing uh-oh, dog meat found something. One thing you can do is you can command dog meat. You can have him go grab something.
Hey boy, think you can find something?
So I'm just gonna have him fetch something for me. Just go grab a container.
Goodies, boy.
Go find something for me, and he'll bring it to you. And so go boy, go. Of course, he's not being very helpful right now. But anyways, all right. So I'm just gonna find a hot spot. Now, what I like doing is I've built up my character to be more of a stealth character. So I personally like sneaking up on enemies. And so there's an enemy right there. And so I hit the V.A.T.S key a lot because sometimes it's hard to see an enemy. Like I didn't even see that thing. And so I hit the V.A.T.S key and it'll zoom in on it and let me know that there's an enemy around. Also, see that up at the top where it says hidden? That's basically your awareness. It'll move from hidden to like caution. Now it's on caution. Now it's on danger. It went from caution to danger pretty quick. So anyways, this guy's going to attack me, so I better kill him. I'm just going to use V.A.T.S to do that. One shot. Unfortunately, he got me and poisoned me, so I'm being poisoned now. And now his buddies are on me. So anyways, there's multiple ways of doing combat. I like to use V.A.T.S. Not exclusively, but I use V.A.T.S to assist my combat. So basically, what I do is V.A.T.S just assists my combat. Because you can't use V.A.T.S the whole time. One thing that I like to check animals and stuff. Sometimes all they just have is just their meat or whatever. But sometimes they'll have bottle caps or a round or two with them, and you can check their body and see what they have with them. If you can hear that off in the distance, there's a vertibird. The cool thing about in Fallout 4, whereas opposed to it was different in Fallout 3, is that you can actually target. You can destroy vertibirds in Fallout 3, but in this you can actually target the vertibirds, and you can actually kill them. One easy way that I've found to kill them is by targeting one of their engines. So I can grab a really good weapon. Target one of their engines, but anyways, it's already looks like it's engaged in combat. Anyways, target their engines and just keep concentrating fire on that engine, and then once that engine blows up, that vertibird will crash, and then you've downed a vertibird. So, anyways, one thing I like to do is I like to use the hotkey stuff. I personally use PC, but I also use a controller. So with that controller, I use the directional pad, and I can pull my weapons up at any time. Also, I have a stim pack, so if I'm hurt in combat, I can just press down real quick and hit activate, and it'll give me a stim pack real quick. Beats having to go into your Pip-Boy. It just saves a little bit of time. So. Another thing, as far as your Pip-Boy is concerned, when you come into your Pip-Boy, you can go over to your stats. You can check out your status, your special points, and your perks that you've accomplished. Now, these aren't just perks that you've gotten from the perk chart. These are also perks that you get from reading magazines and such throughout the game. So one thing that I found that is particularly useful looks like he's crashing. Oh, dang. Yeah, so just be wary of crashing vertibirds because they will kill you. Fortunately, it didn't land on me, but they will kill you. So just be wary. Another good tip: be wary of vertebrates. So like I said, I like sneaking around. That's where I get that's where I get my name. Um, the intruder is from sneaking. So, um, anyways, so there's a few helpful tips on sneaking, and this game's a lot like a first-person shooter. You know, you can look down the sights and aim with the sights. You know, you bring up this sniper rifle, and I can shoot from far away and zoom in and stuff. But sometimes combat's a little difficult, and so in all Bethesda games, there's the ability to pull up the console and do commands. And so what I do, there's a couple that I like. I don't really like using them in game. Sometimes sometimes I try to get. Most of the time, I try to get through situations, but I don't generally try to cheat in game unless I have a part that I just absolutely can't get past. I'll use this. But what you can do is you can go to the little tilde key, or the little squiggly line key at the top or upper left half just below the escape key on your keyboard. You hit that and it pulls up this little screen right here. So there's a list. There's tons of console commands that Bethesda uses. I'm just going to highlight just a couple here. The first one is TGM, and that's the what that is that toggles God mode. So now what that means is that now I can run around. Not only am I invincible, but when I shoot, I don't use any ammo. None of my ammo is being used right now. So that's kind of a pretty cool little thing. And of course, I won't die. I will stay alive. You can't be killed. You can't be injured. You can't reload. You can't make your health any higher than it is. It won't go any lower. Just everything stays where it is. It's kind of like a freeze frame of your Fallout experience. So I'm just going to try and find a raider or something real quick to show you that they can just come up and they can throw all they want at you, and they won't be able to kill you. Also, your AP won't go down, so you won't be able to. So you can just sprint endlessly, which like I'm doing right now. I'm just sprinting as far as I want. I'm not gonna stop. Nobody's gonna slow me down. So I can just sprint all the way on up in here into this town right here, which I'm not really sure what it is. Concord. Okay, yeah, this is from the beginning of the game. That's right. And so there's some raider, and so I can. Hey, you see me? So I run up on him, and he's shooting me. Oh, and he's hitting me. Oh, you know. Dog meat had enough. But yeah, I mean, I can kill these guys, whichever weapon I want, and I'm not gonna die. Everybody dies except for me. So everybody dies except for me, and it's like I said, I don't really like using it because it takes all the fun away from the game. But you just type in TGM to disable it, and it's pretty simple. Another one I like to use is a pretty cool little method for making some awesome screenshots. So what I do is first off I'm going to go into here into my pull up my console and type in TCL. And so what that does is it turns collision off. And so why is that useful? Well, now not only am I able to run around, but I can go straight up if I want. I can go up, I can go all over the place, I can go right through this building if I want. I can pretty much go through anything. And so that's pretty cool, to useful little thing to get yourself like high up in the air and do an awesome screenshot. And then so I'm up in the air and I'm looking around, and let's say, oh, I want to do this screenshot. What I do is I pull up my save menu and go down to settings and display, and then scroll down to the HUD opacity and turn it all the way down. And now I don't have anything on my screen. I don't have a heads-up display. So now I can look at where I want, and I say, oh, I like that. That's a pretty nifty little screenshot. And I just hit print screen and take a screenshot. I look wherever I want. Oh, look, I'm going to look right here. Oh, screenshot. So that's pretty cool. And so that's not actually the only way to do it. There's another one. So if you type in, or maybe I don't want to do that yet. Okay, that's right. I want to turn collision off. So I'm going to turn God mode on real quick, because I'm going to turn collision off while I'm in the air. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. I want to show you this little thing. If you turn collision off while you're in the air, you're gonna, oops, I didn't turn collision off. I turned TFC on. Okay, I don't want to do that yet. I want to turn collision off. There we go, collision off. Okay, there we go. And, oh, maybe not. Okay, let's see if, oh, collision is still on. Okay, that's nice. I thought I turned it off. Okay. Well, anyways, that's not important. What I wanted to show you was, if you turn TFC on, it's called they call it like the free fly camera. So now, if you look, I'm moving really fast now, and so I can move on over here, but be careful about how far you go. So I can come over here and go up really high and look down on the town. Of course, you can't see it very well because of all the fog, but I can look down on the town, and then I can take my screenshot, and boom, I've got my screenshot. But if you go too far and you go out of the cell that you're in right here, you will go completely out of the cell, and everything will turn gray. And then you'll just have to go back into the cell or turn the free fly camera off, and you'll be able to go back. So, anyways, that's just another thing I wanted to show you. So, I got a couple more things I want to show you. So, we'll get right to that. All right. So, if you notice that my heads-up display is still off, and so what that means, you can't really see if there's enemies or anything around, and there's different things, and so just to turn it back on, you just do the opposite of how we got it off. Go to display in the settings, drop on down to the HUD opacity and turn it back up. I don't like it all the way up. I just like it up about this far, so I just go ahead and set it to whatever your preference is. And so now I can see, I know that there's yeah, so now anyways, like I said, now I can see. So anyways, I just wanted to show you a few things about power armor. And so if you look, I got my power armor here. So to get into a power armor, you just go up to it. It'll highlight it. You can transfer stuff in and out. You got all your stuff in there as far as your legs, your arms, and these are different things that you can add and take away. I've got Brotherhood of Steel T60B power armor right now, but you can interchange them. They're interchangeable. You can put a T51 helmet on a T60B power armor if you want. Doesn't really matter. The frames are all the same. It's the different parts that matter, so you can switch and see. I've got more stuff over here. If you look on the health part of this little part in the middle, it says health 125 or 125, and then I go back over here to this one, and you look at the health. You got 48 or 125. So this thing's not in the best of shape. So I'm going to show you how to repair it here in just a second. But if I go here to my inventory and not just my apparel, if you look, I've got a bunch of fusion cores because I've been just saving fusion cores. If you look, the charge on them is different on these. These are, you got 97, 41, 99. You know, I got 3 at 79. But if I look like this, it doesn't really matter while you're in it. But I'm just a little obsessive compulsive. So what I like to do is I just like to find my lowest charged one and hit it, put it in there. Otherwise it'll just take a fully charged one, put it in there, and then I just hit A to enter it. It'll open it up, and I can get in my power armor. Now of course I walk around, and so you got your heads-up display that changes inside your power armor. So down on the left, bottom left, you've got your hit points, which I can use a stim pack and bring those back up to 100, maybe. But you know, if I don't have God mode on, so I can look at everything that I've typed into the console just by pushing the up arrow key, and that'll take me. So if I turn God mode off, then I can actually utilize a stim pack, and it'll bring my health up to 100. So you've got a healthometer instead of your health meter. And so next to it is the rads, and that's how many current rads you're taking. So right now I'm not currently taking any rads. On the right, you've got the thing that says core, and that tells you how many fusion cores you have and how much is left in this one. So if I go here, and then of course all the way over on the right is your API, and then you also have your little ammo meter. So if I choose my gun right here, it tells me, okay, I've got 423 total bullets for my 10mm gun, and then how many is in the actual magazine. But as far as the power armor goes, you can get out of power armor wherever you want, but I would be careful about where you put your power armor, because if you leave your power armor somewhere where there's people around, and you also decide to just leave it there, and you leave a fusion core in there, or someone else has access to a fusion core, they can take your power armor. And then unless you sneak up behind them and pull the fusion, pull the little fusion tab out, you won't be able to get it back. If you kill them, they'll just be dead on the ground with the power armor still on. So just be careful about where you park your power armor. So anyways, here's my power armor right here, or my little docking station right here. You just pull up into it, back up to it, and then hold down your activation button, and that'll let you out of your power armor. And so now it's sitting here in front of my power armor station. And so now I can go over to the power armor station, and I can transfer things in and out of the station. But I can also hit my craft button and craft on this. So if you look, I've got a bunch of different choices of things I can do in here. The one I wanted to highlight was the ability to repair power armor. So you look at my helmet; it's not in very good shape. So if I hit Y, repair, it'll pop this little pop-up, and it'll tell me what exactly it needs and how much I have of each of those. And then I can actually repair that part of it. I hit A, I hit my repair button, and boom, I have 100% life on my helmet. Then I go down to this one, same thing. It'll tell me what I need, and if I don't have what's in there, it'll give me an option to click on a little magnifying glass, and it'll it'll actually tag those so that if I see something that has the piece of item that I need, so like if I need plastic, it'll tag plastic. So if I go around and I'm looking at stuff, it'll show me the plastic. Um, It'll show a little magnifying glass over the plastic, so then I can just grab things easier. So I repair, I can repair all my stuff here, so I can have a full health. I can have a complete full health power armor. So like this right here, if you look, I lack the requirements to repair this item because I don't have enough steel for it, which is fine. That's not really a big deal. But let's say I have two different torsos. I have this T60B torso, and I have this winterized and this Brotherhood of Steel. Well, this one has low health. I can't really repair it right now because I don't have all the items, but I can go and equip this one. So I click on the equip, and boom. Now my power armor's fully repaired and ready to go. So I can just hop in it real quick, and we can go run around in it for a second. So one other thing that I really wanted to show you in this power armor, one thing I don't like personally is I don't like the heads-up display like it is, but it is what it is. So if I'm just walking around, if you look at my core power, it stays pretty level if I walk around. But watch what happens when I run. If I start running, my API is going to go down, and if you look, my core power is going down. So it's really easy to drain your core, one of your cores, when you run in this thing. You can drain a core super fast, assuming you have enough AP. You can drain your core really quick. So if you look at that, I drain my core really fast. So, but if you walk, it won't drain it nearly even close to as fast. So I'd suggest walking in your power armor unless you're in combat and you have to run up on somebody, and put your shoulder into them. So, anyways, yeah. So there's the power armor. So I'm just gonna go park my power armor, and there's a few more things that I wanted to show you. So, actually, you know what? We've actually been on this video for quite a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it right there. And I'll come back with another video with some more tips and tricks. And maybe a few more cheats and stuff. Anyways, go ahead and like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.